Alright boys, time for the second best of 3 at the Versus-Sphere Invitational for the NA server. The last time we saw Snowflake going up against none other than ES3 Wildfire, and in the end it was a 2-1 for Team Snowflake. They advanced in the winners bracket, and of course they're going to meet another team then. We're going to find out today who that team is going to be, because we are going straight into the best of 3 between Glorious Gaming and Symbiot Gaming, two of the top 4 teams that we currently have on the North American server. And well, this is their first match that they are playing in the Versus-Sphere Invitational, so we're going to check that out and find out who will take map number 1. Once again, this is still an alpha status of Heroes of the Storm, so teams going up against each other cannot really rely on custom games just yet, but Blizzard already announced that with the next patch they will introduce that, so we are looking forward to that, and maybe we can even get some cross-server games going on then between Europe and North America. That would actually be absolutely awesome to see. I would love to see the top European teams going up against the North Americans, but for now it is Symbiot Gaming versus Glorious Gaming on map number 1 here at the Versus-Sphere Invitational. Map number 1 in the best of 3 between Symbiot Gaming and Glorious Gaming is Dragon Shire, and let's introduce our players first. Starting to the left, we have Symbiot Gaming with Dreadnought on Diablo, Matt Timmy on Rhaegar, Soldier on Sonya, Arthalon on Vala, and KO on Reyna. On the other side of the map, the red team, Glorious Gaming, with ZP playing the Zeratul, Korthanlok on the Falstad, Syracuse on Tacita, Glorang with the Stitches, and Soma with Uthers. The picks and bans for the game, we had of course 2 bans. Arthas and Tychus were eliminated, and the first pick in the game was the Tacita for Syracuse. So actually a really nice lineup that we have then. Really interesting also to see Rhaegar being played here for Symbiot Gaming without even having either the Odin or the Archon in the team, with Tychus obviously banned in the first pick with Tacita on the opponent's team. But we still have 2 heroes who would benefit quite a lot from Bloodlust here. We have Arthalon on the Vala, and then also KO on the Reyna. Reyna, a hero that's actually being picked a lot with the Bloodlust comp. On the other hand, then you have always the opportunity to go into Ancestral Healing as well. And an argument a lot of teams have is that when you heal a hero, you can, with Ancestral Healing, heal up to several thousand HPs, and if you go for Bloodlust, the thing is that you have, of course, to do more damage that you would heal a hero to make up for it. So it's a little bit that compromise that you have to go for, the extra damage that you can dish out with the Bloodlust over the instant healing with the Ancestral Healing there. So you need heroes that can benefit from Bloodlust and then also try to just force it in team fights and in fights where the opponent's team cannot simply move away for a few seconds and wait it out. So we have a really nice lineup for both of the teams here, with the DPS from Vala and Reyna on Symbiot Gaming. We have the Initiation with Sonya, Diablo with Apocalypse, can of course also follow up with Sonya, Leap Stun straight into Apocalypse. Rhaegar, a great healer, very popular with the teams now. And then when we look at the team of ZP at Glorious Gaming, we have that combination with the Stitches and the Zeratul. Stitches, being played by Glorang here, lost his sprint ability just in the recent patch, and it's one of the reasons why we don't see the hero that much anymore. We actually also see a lot less Gorge these days, but a lot more Bile, so that might be something that we're going to see in this game as well. We have still Tacita for DPS, Uther here for the additional heal. Tacita can of course also lend its shield and other abilities to a team, as for example simply the healing ward is playing a huge role. But if you run Zeratul and Stitches, a lot of the times you will see a hook followed up by a Void Prism trying to isolate one hero and turn the fight into a 4 versus 5. So pretty interesting hero combinations that we see here currently in the game, and let's just find out how exactly this is going to play out in game number 1 of the series. This is the first map, of course, and well, let's have a quick look of how exactly this is going to be played here. Of course, we already have a nice amount of like special skins here. For example, Glorang with Chef Stitches that we currently see. We have the Master skin also for Falstad, and to the left side, I personally love this Reyna skin that we have here on KO. Soldier with his own skin. We have a couple of mounts as well, and Matt Timmy is using his Master skin for Rhaegar as well. So let's check out how exactly it's going to plan out. Usually with the lineup that we see here for Glorious Gaming, you would expect them to have a bit of a roaming squad going on the map. We also have Soldier, Matt Timmy, and his entire team playing pretty passive right now, with Arthalon just converting straight to the mid lane, at least for now. And here in the middle of the map, already set up with ZP on the Zeratul, waiting for maybe an opportunity to blink in and do the damage, as Soma is just waiting for the stun opportunity. We have double ponies here, by the way. The unicorns are going strong, and ZP still looking for an opportunity here, whereas all the way up to the top we have Dreadnought and Glorang going up against each other. Down the way on the bottom lane, still 3 heroes for each team, trying to find an opportunity to get an early pick. Moving in already, ZP right there, getting a bit of damage in and blinking away, as a Soldier is looking, of course, for the Ancestral Spear. Not getting it in right now, but yeah. Mid lane, we have KO on the Reyna, trying to use abilities to push the lane in a bit. CP here still trying to just bounce between lanes and maybe get a bit of damage in to prepare a kill. But so far both teams are playing this very, very cautious, not trying to expose themselves at all. Shrines up on the other hand, and the Dragon Knight, of course, the main objective on the map here. You can push in pretty hard if you get one of those. Bottom lane, the Moon Shrine immediately in possession of the blue team of Symbiot Gaming. Probably one of the strongest teams that we currently have on the NA server, at least from reputation. All the way up to the top, we have the Shrine already under control of the red team. Glorious Gaming, but 4 heroes now converging down to the bottom, trying to get Matt Timmy. He's escaping for now, but we have a 4 versus 4 now as both teams abandon mid lane, but both Shrines suddenly under control of Glorious Gaming. Can they sneak in a Dragon Knight? It doesn't look like that, but they still control both of the Shrines. Not any longer disrupted by Symbiot Gaming, trying to, of course, hold it for as long as possible, but Arthalon in trouble. Matt Timmy as well needs to move back and goes down the first blood. Rhaegar dies, and therefore a slight experience lead for Glorious Gaming. And once again, the access to both Shrines, exposing the dragon in the middle. Soldier's trying to recap, but can't make it happen just now. In the middle, we have already Syracuse moving in, trying to grab the Dragon Knight, but KO is still there, messing with them a bit. As down to the bottom, Arthalon needs to be careful. Khaldor is waiting for an opportunity to pounce in, and Soma with the stun, of course, always a threat to a low HP hero like Vala. The Demon Hunter definitely in some trouble here, and it looks more and more like Symbiote Gaming is abandoning the idea of holding those shrines and instead trying to contest the dragon mid lane, going straight for the Dragon Shrine. So we have Arthalon together with KO, making sure that nothing happens up here. Dreadnought, on the other hand, is apparently trying to move in and grab that shrine from Glorang, as down to the bottom lane, Matt Tim is making its way to capture the Moon Shrine. Gets it for now, so Dragon Knight averted. Both teams controlling one shrine each, but Arthalon suddenly moving in, and Glorang finds himself in trouble. Stitches is attempting to move back here, body blocked by Dreadnought. Here comes the shield from Syracuse, the Stormfall up, and a nice save by Syracuse, but down at the bottom lane, Rhaegar did not make it. So all the way at the top, Stitches is safe, but the support hero dying for the second time. 2 kills for Symbiote Gaming, and Matt Timmy having a bit of a rough game here. He's a hero or a player that plays a lot of Rhaegar and plays him quite well, but right now he's starting to struggle a bit against the pressure that we see coming from Symbiote Gaming. Once again, the attempt to capture the top shrine as well. Syracuse could actually just move in and capture the Sun Shrine. That would give them control over both shrines once again, but he soaks up the experience first. Down to the bottom lane, on the other hand, we have Symbiote Gaming moving in for the Dragon Shrine. We are level 6 versus level 6. Heroic abilities not coming into play just yet, as we see the first mercenary camps being grabbed. So far this game actually not really centering on the mercenaries at all. It's just the shrine battles that we have there. But now with the knight suddenly pushing top lane, it's a completely different beast. Down to the bottom, Soma is capping the Moon Shrine for the red team, and that gives them control of both shrines and the knight camp pushing top lane. So a very, very powerful position that Symbiote Gaming is in right now. Dreadnought feels this as well. He's trying, of course, to prevent the team or the opponent's team from pushing in the wall up here, but it's starting to get a bit difficult for him. In the mid lane, it's still Arena holding the experience and gathering it up. Knights are starting to push in, but Soldier has to cap the top shrine. Here comes the hook on the other hand. Nice done by Glorang. Really well done, but with a whirlwind, Soldier is getting away for now. Down at the bottom shrine, it's still that battle between Arthalon and Matt Timmy versus Soma and Khaldor. The fall side with a lot of damage here, but of course, especially the Uther doing such a great job with the healing here. One healer and one DPS hero for both teams trying to battle it out down here at the bottom lane, all the way up to the top. On the other hand, we have again Soldier and Dreadnought going up against Glorung and Syracuse. He has already the shield, pushing the opponent's heroes back down to the bottom. ZP is trying to jump in at bot lane and maybe get an early kill here. They're not able to make that happen, but they get both Shrines once again, and they have the Siege Giants pushing as well. And as the Siege Giants push and Khaldor holds the line, we have the rest of the team going straight for the middle, trying to capture that Dragonite. Not really able to make it happen just yet, and it looks like we are seeing Dreadnought attempting to get the top shrine back, but that opens up an opportunity for Symbiot Gaming, so for Glorious Gaming. They're trying to get the Dragonite. Are they able to get it? And it looks like they will. They sneak it in. They get the Dragonite up to the top. Diablo was just a bit too slow, and suddenly it is the Dragonite going strong for Team Glorious Gaming. They're attempting to move to the left here. Oh wow, they even capture, and they're not even able to capture that camp here right now. Maybe a bit of a bug here even that we see at the mercenary camp at the Siege Giants. But as you can see right now, there comes Soldier going strong against the Dragonite, but Khaldor is in as well. Both teams on level 9, no heroic abilities just yet, trying to push that wall. No kills yet either, and Glorung has already suffered a lot of damage here down in the bottom lane. In the mid lane, we still have Diablo soaking up some experience, and Khaldor is jumping in to do the same. But the second tower is already going down, so the wall pushed in. Full heroes for Symbiote Gaming, still trying to hold strong here. And in the end, the fountain goes down. Gives, of course, Glorious Gaming a bit of a better position now at this bottom lane. That one mercenary here is still like cowering and waiting for his buddy to appear, but I don't think that he will be able to do anything. We have all 5 heroes now trying to make this work, but the hook is not hitting anything. Glorung not getting that hook, and it looks like Glorious Gaming is not forcing the issue. Both teams are on level 10, and we're going to take that opportunity to have a short look at the talents. Taking level 10 as the heroic ability, we have Apocalypse for Diablo, we have Bloodlust indeed for Rhaegar. Vala and Reyna will be happy about that. The Leap for Sonya for the initiation, and a Strafe for Vala, whereas Reyna picked Reyna's Raider. So a lot of DPS coming from those two heroes, especially since both picked up Searing Arrow on level 7. For the additional sustain on the lane, we have Vampiric Assault taken by both heroes. We have ZP, of course, going for the traditional build on Zeratul, and Falsat is doing the same. Void Prism, Shock and Awe as the heroic abilities. Interesting for the Stitches is that we still have that Gorge. I was talking earlier about a lot of heroes, or a lot of players taking Bile now on Stitches, but Glorung doesn't do that. We can really see that he has a sustain Stitches here. Not a DPS slam build on Stitches, but trying to go for the hooks. Wouldn't be surprised to see the fishing hook then later on, especially since he wants to combo it up with a Void Prism on ZP's Zeratul. And of course, for our good old Uther, we have the Divine Storm. No surprise here. Nice setup for that. So I really like the builds that we see from these heroes. Glorung is gonna play a very, very tanky Stitches here, especially of course with Uther healing him up. And here's nice the Gorge, and of course immediately the Void Prism. Leap by Sonya on the other hand. Soldier, can he turn it around? Bloodlust, and here goes the first one. Glorung in trouble. He dies. Stitches initiating the entire battle goes down, and oh my god, Syracuse with so few hit points able to escape here. The Stitches setup was perfect. The hook, the Gorge, CP with the Void Prism, but then suddenly Sonya out of nowhere leaps in and stuns them. The heroic abilities go down, and Stitches suddenly the first pawn here. He dies, the first hero for Symbiote Gaming to fall, and suddenly it is... Sorry, for Glorious Gaming, of course, to fall. Symbiote Gaming instead is going strong with 4 Siege Giants pushing for them. Oh, that's a lot of pressure now going up against Glorious Gaming. All of those heroes still looking for an opportunity here. All on horseback, or most of them, but the hook by Glorung hitting home once again. But Dreadnought has way too many HP to be dropped easily. It's not Arthalon. That's the hero that he, of course, would have loved to hook there. Doesn't really get it, though. And now both walls at the bottom lane are broken through. Level 11 versus the level 11. 2 kills versus 1 kill. ZP looking for an opportunity to maybe start another setup here. But we have now with Bribe on the fall stat also 2 camps already dropped. So Siege Giants pushing the bottom lane, whereas the rest of the team seems to convert more to the top. 5 seconds on the hard camp. And that's where both teams are trying to get those knights now. Level 12 for both teams. Level 13 is going to be a massive milestone once again in this game, since it gives you another talent. Oh, again the hook by Glorang. Look at that. Holy hook. This guy is certainly hitting a lot of those today. Bottom shrine is already there. Soldier apparently going to take it. That would mean that they have both shrines under their control, but Soldier has to move back. Here comes the Void Prism. They're trying to isolate him. The fly-in Bayer, Cawthon Lock, and the attempt to leap away. The hook not hitting, but the stun hits home. And Sonya is dead. Nice pick-off against Sonya here. Very, very well done. Good job by Glorious Gaming. They see an opportunity. ZP, and maybe they can even get the Reyna here. Nice pick-off by Glorious. They're going straight for Reyna once again, and oh my god, he doesn't stand a chance. So it's suddenly a 5 versus 3, but the Night Camp in the meantime was taken by Symbiote Gaming, so that gives them a bit of an opportunity to push this fort in, and it will force a reaction out of Glorious, or does it? It looks like they are going to try a trade here. Going to try and take the fort at the bottom and then maybe even jump up to the top and defend their own, because so far it hasn't been attacked, but we have 3 heroes for Symbiote Gaming starting to push in. Reyna is about to be revived as well, as Dreadnought, Arthur, and Mad Timmy break the wall here, but you can already see that Falstad is present, taking down the Knights, so it's 6 forts against 5. Great attempt here by Glorious Gaming to control the game. Really like, oh my god, Glorang with another great prediction hook here. Can't really follow it up with a Gorge in this particular scenario, but against the Diablo it would have been very difficult to drop him anyways. Very difficult indeed. So many hit points already on Diablo. Soldier here going for the shrine now to the bottom, but we have maybe the opportunity to grab a Dragon Knight before. Not quite. Not enough time left, so good job by Soldier, making sure that not a second Dragon Knight is in the game for Team Glorious Gaming. Instead, Symbiot is moving to take the rest of the mercenary camps that are available on map. Arthalon moving in now as well, and Glorious Gaming just a few seconds too late to change things here. At the top lane, Knights pushing the lane hard once again. Glorious is converging towards the middle, but they still have a bit of a setup here to maybe take one hero out. Are they going for the hook again? Here comes the hook, and Soldier in trouble is immediately gorged. Where's the Void Prism? Not used just yet. Soldier already down. Void Prism comes in. Apocalypse is just a bit too late. Maybe even another hero going down. Dreadnought at the front is flipping stitches. Glorang in trouble. TP as well. Oh, but he gets away. Blinks away. Glorang alive too. We have the Archon on Syracuse. They are trying to push in towards the middle, maybe breaking down another wall. But those hooks by Glorang, absolutely amazing in this game. He's doing such a good job here. Always in the bushes, always with a nice setup. And Symbiote Gaming is under a lot of pressure here. 5 kills against 1. Glorious is doing absolutely great, especially those Stitches initiations. They are amazing. Now the attempt to capture another Dragon Knight, and it looks like they will be able to make that happen. There it is. Dragon Knight for Glorious Gaming. ZP and his team with another opportunity here, but at the same time, doing all of this, those Knights pushed in the fort up to the top, so the experience still roughly the same, 15 against 15, that's the level count now. We have a lot of camps pushing here for Symbiote Gaming, that's their strength. They were able to take down another one with those Siege Giants down at the bottom, so good job so far controlling those mercenaries from Symbiote Gaming, but they have a problem with the team fights. Finally a kill for them, they get the Zeratul out of position, no Void Prison, was still in cooldown. Ah, the hook on Stitches, this time missing. But despite the Dragon Knight for Glorious Gaming, Symbiote is making good moves. They still have this camp pushing, and all those 2 watchtowers up here at the top are out of ammunition, so another opportunity maybe to drop the towers and the wall. So despite all of what had just happened in the last few seconds, Symbiote Gaming getting a little bit of leeway here. The hook not hitting for Glorang, but it was a close one. Again, level 16 for both teams. 2 kills for Symbiote Gaming, 5 kills for Glorious. Glorious still maybe with a bit of a lead here, but Khaldor has to go to the top lane to push those back. And of course, right now still... Ah, the hook again with the Gorge! Look at Glorang! He puts him behind the wall, and another great initiation here by Stitches, taking it Very well done. Glorang playing an absolutely incredible stitches right now. Even the hooks that don't miss are dangerous as hell, and with one hero down for Symbiot, Glorious can move down to the bottom to capture the siege giants. Symbiot has to play a bit more defensive. There are no real objectives on the map that they can go for now, so it's just experience, soaking time, and starting a setup for as soon as Reina is back to go into the next fight. So at this point, 5 heroes for Glorious Gaming, pushing the bottom lane again. They have those additional siege giants. They want to drop the tower as fast as they can. Glorang, of course, aiming for another good hook. He is already on level 17, level 16 only for Symbiote Gaming. A hook is all they need to turn it into a 5 versus 4 again. With CP's Void Prism shouldn't be a problem at all. Siege Giants pushing the bottom and they are protecting them. Glorang already waiting for an opportunity to drop that hook, but it looks like they just want to get the hard camp first. They completely abandon the bottom lane. 4 Siege Giants are starting to push their way in. They force a reaction out of Symbiote Gaming. Symbiot has to take bottom lane, and that gives Glorious Game the opportunity to capture the hard camp. At the same time, though, we have an easy camp up for Symbiote Gaming, and they take it. Have now their own push at the bottom lane. But what about Glorious? Are they getting the setup that they want? Level 18 for them still. They have their heroic abilities up once more. And at the same time, Symbiote Gaming is converging towards the top lane, meeting that assault with the Knights. Knights are starting to push in, and of course Symbiote knows they have to react here. Down to the bottom lane, we still have a setup for Glorious. Apparently they're trying to catch a hero there. They were expecting a move by Symbiote at the bottom lane, which never really happened. So now they are pushing bottom lane, meeting the Siege Giant push here, and could maybe even push in and try to take one of the keeps. But so far we have the shrines up again, and Moon Shrine is taken already by the red team, by Glorious Gaming. The top shrine, the Sun Shrine, taken by the blue team. Still, Glorious looking for an opportunity. I couldn't really get anything out of that level lead that they had, and the Knights pushing at the top. Didn't capture anything yet. Oh, those hooks by Glorang! Always just waiting for an opportunity, predicting the movements of the opponent's team. This time not hitting home, but he could really see that it was close of capturing one of the heroes. They depend a lot on those. They depend a lot on these hooks, and they know it. Mad Timmy here with his Rhaegar Master skin out at the bottom lane. They capture the shrine. Both teams just changing shrines, switching between the lanes, back and forth. And to the top, well, maybe the attempt. Soma, can he capture Dragon Knight? Of course not. Bottom shrine still under the control of Symbiote Gaming. So both teams right now a bit cautious. They've lost heroes in the last few engagements, especially Symbiote Gaming. You know that they have to be careful. Those hooks, they are hitting hard, they are threatening the team, and they are of course a constant threat here, so they have to be careful about this. But, well, maybe another hook? No! The fishing hook nearly hitting home, but not quite. Dreadnought at the front, still trying to move in. Does he get a flip on Glorang with the slam? No, it doesn't. We have the storms going on. Tassadai is doing his job here. Syracuse with one storm after another and shielding Glorang as well. We have no mercenaries pushing just yet, but Symbiote Gaming is moving to the top. Nice dodge here. Very nice dodge that we saw there. And, well, let's see how exactly that's... sorry, guys, my phone was ringing there for a second. Yeah, currently up to the top lane, we have Soldier capping the shrine again. Down to the bottom lane, what do we have for Team Glorious Gaming here? Well, we have him actually hunting Stitches. Oh, after he got the hook off. But here comes the Void Prism against 4 heroes. Nothing really to do with that. Can't really go in and do more damage than that for now. No kill. Glorang not able to really bring Diablo home here, and of course always the problem that if you capture one of the tanks with the Gorge, it's quite tricky to really drop him fast enough. You need a perfect setup with the Void Prism if you really want to do that, and a lot of burst damage as well. Mercenaries pushing now for Symbiote Gaming, and that gives them an opportunity to take down the shrine all the way up here at the bottom, and immediately, of course, the rotation by Glorious Gaming to the top, trying to just trade shrine for shrine. But Dreadnought in the middle, is he getting the Dragon Knight? No, it was close, but it was not close enough. So, 2 kills still against 6. Cawthon Luck at the top might be able to push that in a bit with the rest of the team. They're not even aiming for it, but they get that wall, and they might be able to get the tower as well. Down to the bottom, on the other hand, we have Symbiote Gaming pushing it in with the Siege Giants again. They have 4 Siege Giants, a lot of DPS against the structures, and they're going straight for that. But, well, Siege Giants on the move. The hook not hitting home this time. Ooh, Glorang didn't hit this one, and here comes Khaldor at the front. Sonya with the lead. Raider's active as well. Here comes the Apocalypse, and Soma goes down. The Uther is killed. No healing anymore for Team Glorious Gaming. The spirit is still there. Dreadnought alive somehow. God knows why he's not dead yet. Sonya, on the other hand, falls, being focused here. It's a 4 for 4, but the keep is down, and that is all that Symbiote Gaming needed. They were able to take down the keep and retreat with only one hero down, all the way up at the front. We had Soldier on the Sonya, and he's dead, but still, getting that keep was, of course, super important for them. A great move here, pushing it with those 4 siege giants, absolutely worthy for them, and taking out the Uther early on for the heals. That was also quite a nice move. So right now, ZP looking for an opportunity here, maybe to take one of the heroes out. He knows that this camp hasn't been taken yet, and just for now, we have Symbiote Gaming moving back. Khaldor even using the bribe stack to get that camp. They sneak it in to the top. We have the control of Symbiote Gaming taking the shrine. Down to the bottom, the Moon Shrine is still taken by Glorious Gaming. In the middle, Stitches, Glorang. Is he maybe getting another hook off? It's level 19 versus 19 right now. Both teams are in full force again. Sonya just revived a second ago, and the 20s are about to hit. With those 20s, we will see the additional talents for the heroic abilities. As Team Glorious Gaming loses Shrine, the Moon Shrine at the bottom of the map. But they take the top shrine, so it's once again the trade. Stitcher still looking for a hook, but the hard camp is up, and ZP and Soma are already hard at work. Down to the bottom lane though, what are we seeing for Symbiote Gaming? Are they waiting for another spawn on the camps? Not just now, they need to meet that attack at the top, and we have already CP and his team getting in position with another hook, but the hard cap not taken just yet. No hero there, only getting one of the mercenaries, but they know what's going on, and well, apparently there was also a bit of a problem with Dreadnought there, but fixed for now. So to the top, what's going on with the push? The push is going strong, trying to take down that fort here. Rest of the team is waiting. Glorang is looking for another hook, maybe against Vala. Has the vision thanks to the Knights. Is he getting the hook in? He's trying, he's waiting, he's looking for an opportunity. Zeratul is there for the Void Prison, but we have Arthur and the rest of the team moving in, and here comes the hook against KO. KO, the blink by Glorang. Void Prism against 2, and down goes Reyna. Reyna taking out the rest of the team, starting to move in, and immediately Symbiote Gaming is retreating. ZP and his guys are in hot pursuit. Maybe another hook! Oh, he just doesn't get the Diablo. But it was a close call here. 4 versus 5. So once more the momentum going in favor of Glorious Gaming here. What are they going to do with it? There are still the Knights up. The hard camp is still there. They have an opportunity to use that. And they are still waiting. Symbiote Gaming is still waiting for Reyna. They couldn't really use that in the fight. Here comes the Soldier jumping in, trying to escape. He goes down. Soldier out of the fight. We have him still also with his 20. He had Resurgence of the Storm, and that's exactly what we're going to look at right now. So with the Resurgence, Soldier is back. We have actually double Storm Shield taken on Diablo and Rhaegar. So very beefy. That's going to help the teams a lot. Resurgence of the Storm and so much mobility with Vala and Reyna picking up the Bolt of the Storm, aka Blink. We have the same also on Zeratul and also on Stitches, as we've seen earlier. The fishing hook has been taken as a talent, and Relentless for Stitches here, which makes him even more beefy. He is such a superb tank right now. The Blast of Awe for the Fall Stat, the Twilight Archon, and the Divine Hurricane rounding things up. 9 kills for Glorious Gaming against 3 for Symbiot, and let's see how the next fight is going to happen here. Both teams on level 20. Such a close game right now. But that keep is down for Glorious Gaming. That's where Symbiote Gaming really made a dent. The Knight, do they get the Dragon Knight? And they do. They control the bottom shrine. Taking down Soldier was absolutely huge, especially since Reyna was already down. It gives them the Dragon Knight. And now they're starting to fight down here at the bottom, but they lose Falstad. A sneak in, Falstad out of position, and that's all that Symbiote Gaming needed. Immediately the heroes start to disengage, and it actually looks like they want to go for it. They force Glorious Gaming back. They just move in with the heroes that they have, and with the Rhaegar and the Bloodlust, that's of course a huge threat to the core. So immediately we have them move back, but a nice Gorge here by Glorang, blinking away. Dreadnought in trouble, getting stunned once, getting stunned twice. Oh, getting kicked out of the fray as well, and Diablo goes down. Of course, he'll be back in just a few seconds. But that Dragonite didn't really do anything for Glorious Gaming. Great tactical move by Symbiot, even though they lost Diablo, but Diablo is back. Arthelon, on the other hand, is in trouble now, vaulting away, hitting the blink, and it is not enough in the end. Arthelon dies. Vala is down for another 60 seconds. Falsot about to reappear in the game with only 9 seconds left on the death timer. So nice pick-off here by Glorious Gaming, and maybe they can use the Dragonite after all to take down a few structures. They are pushing in the gate already and going straight for the keep. If they can take the keep, it would be amazing for them. Falset is back, the fly end is imminent. In just a few seconds he's going to be back to business, and Vala is still down for another 35 seconds. Tower number 2 is down. Nice punt here by Syracuse, and this keep is definitely going to fall. The Dragonite finally over, but good job here taking down the entire bottom lane of Team Symbiot Gaming. Glorious, therefore, in a great spot once more. Both teams lost the bottom lane. We have the mercenaries taken immediately. Syracuse already in position. Another hook attempt. A quick hook here, trying to go for the prediction, but nobody there. Didn't get that. Instead, it's the hard camp that's being taken by Symbiot Gaming. I'm loving this game, guys. It's absolutely going back and forth the entire time. Both of the teams still at level 21. A team fight can decide everything here. We have so many tactical moves by both teams. Heroes being pushed out of position, then taken with a quick hook, a gorge, a blink away. I really, really love how especially the Stitches and Zeratul combo is working so many times already in this game. But then again, we have on Symbiot Gaming such a great synergy as well. Those guys are doing a great job, but they don't really get the setup that they want in the fights just yet. Well, maybe with the exception of when they pushed in the bottom keep. Again the hook! But the blink by Arthelon, wow, that was a good one. Bolt of the Storm used to save Vala's ass. It's a pretty nice ass, by the way. Maybe not able to compete with Nova, but Vala, yummy. So right now we have the top lane, those knights that were taken earlier, still pushing in, and that's exactly where we have to see a reaction by Glorious, and they're going for it. They're taking their own knight camp, but they send Falset up to meet this push. Down to the bottom, on the other hand, it's a 4-man push moving in right now. 5-man push by now. They're trying to make that work once more. What are they getting out of it, though? Are we seeing another hook? Glorang is getting in position, and he's not getting the hook in just yet. To the top, still the knights there, and ZP is jumping in. One of the towers already. Oh, there's the hook again! Soldier again, but he can't follow it up. Soldier whirlwinding away, capturing the camp here. So we have a knight camp pushing top lane for Glorious Gaming. We have, first of all, the shrines back to action again, but the siege giants now pushing for Team Symbiot. And Vala again being attacked here. Arthelon in trouble, and Arthelon goes down as ZP jumps in, and with a cleave he finishes her off. Those hooks by Glorang. What a great game. 12 kills against 4, level 22. And it's a 4 versus 5. Dreadnought is in trouble. Dreadnought is trying to go away. He's trying, but he's gonna be stunned in just a second by Soma. There comes a blink by Zeratul, and goodbye Diablo. Diablo is down, losing souls. But of course, back to action just a few seconds. Another problem is still that we have down to the bottom lane the Siege Giants starting to push in against the core. At the top lane, though, the Knights are pushing the fort in. And this is exactly where we see the red team now suddenly going strong. We have them converge to the top, or are they? No, they're taking the shrine. Down to the bottom, the core is still being attacked here. They need to be careful with that. The Siege Giants are still there, but they want the Dragonite. Vala is down for another 10 seconds. If they want the Dragonite, and there's no reason why they shouldn't get it. That would be the 3rd Dragonite for them. They have the double shrine, and now they're taking the Knight once again. Here it is, Dragonite number 3 for Glorious Gaming. Down here to the bottom, though, it's still those Siege Giants. They are doing a decent job here, and that might even force Korth and Luck back, but they probably want to fight with the Dragonite and a 5-man team. Talking about 5-man teams, Vala is back to action for Symbiot Gaming. Glorang starting to move in here. Where's the punt? No punt just yet. The Breath of Fire being used, though, and here punting Diablo back, far, far back. He's trying to reconnect with the team, but a lot of damage already dealt. The Falset Ultimate, the Shock and Awe, the Blast of All, not really doing as much damage as they were hoping for. Another punt, this time against Reina, against KO. KO already low in HP. Soldier's jumping. Here comes the stun by Soma, though. Soldier down, Resurgent of the Storm hitting. He's going to be back in just a few seconds. We have KO running away. healed by Matt Timmy here. Glorang still on the Dragonite in position. Reyna ultimate is now down, but they are trying to go towards the middle now. They realize they cannot force the issue down at the bottom. They can't win the game here yet, but they might be able to take one of the forts still. In the mid 4 or maybe all the way up at the top. 5 heroes still up for Symbiot Gaming, but a lot of the heroic abilities are currently down. Glorang and Glorious Gaming, they are moving in once again. The creeps are already gone, and they're going straight for the fort now. They're trying to take it here. Arthalon in the back for the DPS, trying to take down the Dragonite, of course. Soldier, maybe with another initiation. He could have leaped up once again, but the fort is down. They sacrifice it for now, just trying to delay the inevitable all the way up to the top lane. We have a bit of a push going for Symbiot Gaming, but it looks like the Dragonite, yeah, they are gonna wait it out. Glorang maybe with an attempt to hook. They know the camp is up. There comes the hook, and oh, what a dodge by Dreadnought. I'm not quite sure if you saw that or if that was sheer luck. Either way, it was well done, able to dodge that hook. And what a game. Level 23 versus level 22. 4 kills against 14. Glorious game, doing very, very well here. We have down to the bottom the Siege Giants pushing in again, and still that lead for Glorious Gaming, but Symbiot, they're always so close of winning one of those team fights. We have 2 camps up, bottom camp taken by Symbiot Gaming. To the top left we have the night camp, the hard camp also up. Maybe another hook here by Glorang. Is he getting it? Diablo at the front, he's the most likeliest to survive what's going on there. And you know, he could actually really use his talents to just move back as fast as possible, and then those shields are gonna be super important, the 20s for them. We have the top lane still pushing, the hook against the Siege Giant here, the blink away by Stitches. Soldier looking for an opportunity to start the initiation. He's unhorsed by a storm, but 4 Siege Giants pushing again for Symbiot Gaming, and they are pushing the bottom lane. They want to take down the core right away, and with all those Siege Giants pushing, they have a decent chance. Their team fight setup is very, very strong if they can force it, and this time Glorious Gaming wasn't able to turn it into an early 4 versus 5. They didn't get that early hook. Glorang is looking for it. He might get it. He's getting Diablo, but he doesn't want Diablo. He knows that he can't take him down. Not right now. Too many hit points on Diablo, so they are abandoning the idea, but the Siege Giants are also taken out by now. So the push now a lot weaker than it was before. We have to the top still a pushed in lane, so there may be a Symbiot Gaming with an opportunity later on. Hard camp is up now also for Glorious Gaming. They are already taking it. Down to the bottom, we have a rush towards the core. Are they getting the core? They're trying. Bloodlust is being used. Reyna's Reyna. They're just gonna back to it. They're going for it. Where's Glorious Gaming? They're moving in. They're blinking, and immediately the gorge halfway down. Oh my god, that game! Glorious Gaming! Are they able to make it happen? The jump by Soldier, but the core is nearly down. Arthur getting the damage in, and it's GG! Game over as the game is taken, and we have the core eliminated. Number 1 ends in favor of Team Symbiot Gaming, so good job done here by the team. Well played, 4 kills against 15, but the backdoor attempt that we had there successful, and therefore the lead in the best of 3 series for Team Symbiot Gaming. Okay, boys, back in the second game here. Glorious Gaming versus Symbiot Gaming. I actually had a little bit of an interesting happening at the end of the last game. I'm not quite sure if you could hear the doorbell, if that was picked up by the microphone while I was casting. But I'm currently, as mentioned before, at a friend's place in good old Germany, since I don't have my own apartment yet. And the neighbors got a bit concerned when I was overly excited in game number 1 of all the noise that was happening in the apartment, and were asking if everything is alright. So I promised to keep it a little bit down for the next match, and well, we're going to jump into that now. So first of all, we have the 1-0 lead for Symbiot Gaming here in the best of 3 at the Versasphere Invitational, and introducing Symbiot Gaming to the left side of map number 2, the Haunted Mines. We have Dreadnought on the Diablo, Matt Timmy again on the Rhaegar. We have Soldier this time switching his Sonya for Kerrigan. He's still liking the girls, but he likes Kerrigan a bit more, at least in this game. Arthur, on the other hand, apparently not liking the Vala, going for the Tassadai instead, whereas KO is picking up the Falstad. Looking at the red team, ZP's team, Glorious Gaming, we have him on Arthur as playing the tankier role at the front. Reyna being played by Cawthon Luck here. Syracuse with the Vala, Glorung with the Zeratul. This time he played great Stitches in game number 1, but this time on the Zeratul, whereas we have Soma on the Uther. The bans for game number 2 are pretty easy. We had the Respect ban of Stitches. Apparently Symbiot Gaming didn't really want to deal with Glorung Stitches any longer, especially since those hooks really destroyed their team comps early on, and every kind of strategizing and trying to get with coordination into a team fight didn't really work for them any longer after he was moving in. And we have also the ban on the Tigers once again, so twice the Tigers got banned now by Glorious Gaming, and the first pick in game number 2 was also the Tacita, but this time on the side of Symbiot Gaming. My apologies. So looking into the game, let's have a look what's going on there. We had a bit of a change to Haunted Mines, of course. Veterans of the Heroes of the Storm Alpha know that already. The lower side of the mines, the second level, has been resized a bit and is now smaller. It's easier to take all of those extra skulls, and on the other hand we have all the way up to the top only 3 mercenary camps. We have a double camp, one to the left, one to the right side with the easies, with the siege giants, and then in the middle it's of course still the knights that we have there. So only 3 camps up at the top. And now in the second game, let's find out if Symbiot Gaming is going to take the 2-0 or if it's going to go into a third game. Symbiot with a very, very nice backdoor attempt in the last match, and it was such a clutch thing, especially with the Void Prism by Zeratul delaying things, the Gorge from the Stitches. They really just wanted to get that, and I don't know who made that call to just go for the core and right-click it, but whoever it was probably really happy that it worked in the end, because it was a very, very close thing. So for now we have 4 heroes down at the bottom lane. That's the Golem lane for the red team. Usually when you have a if you have a 4-1 split on Haunted Mines, it's always the Golem lane that gets the 4 heroes, which is exactly what we see here. We have solo KO, which is quite interesting on the fall set here, having him here. I could have seen the Rhaegar on this lane because he has just very, very good sustain. KO alone is going to have a tough time, and as you can already see, we have Glorious Gaming pushing in hard. Tacita coming in, Arthalon is helping KO out because he realizes, well, this is going to be a bit too tough for him to deal with. We have still in the middle of the map Glorung looking for an opportunity to maybe do some damage here, but he of course needs to also soak up the experience. Nice skin for him. We have the Master skin on a Glorung. 3 heroes looking for an easy kill here, and Soldier, wow, nice comp by Soldier on the Kerrigan, but Glorung in the end with a blink is able to get away. Down to the bottom lane, 2 versus 4. So while at the top we have still Glorung trying to soak experience with nice moves here and really Panther fast reflexes. We have down at the bottom line a 2 versus 2 now, as suddenly 2 of the heroes are starting to converge up to the top. Mines about to open up as well, and Kerrigan, Soldier on a Kerrigan is actually a very, very scary thing. So he's jumping in trying to get another Impaling Blades. Didn't get it off this time, as both teams are starting to converge more towards the Siege Giants. With the Siege Giants to the right side already taken, both of them taken out here. ZP at the front. Arthas is such a great tank. The sustain that he has with all of his talents is absolutely amazing, and he's showcasing it in this game already. We have the mines open, and that's usually the time when both of the teams are starting to go straight down. You can see how those mercenary camps were timed perfectly with the mines, and we have the fight right at the front. Already the slowing ward by the Rhaegar, all of them jumping in. Here comes Dreadnought on the Diablo, the Storm going strong as well. Knights being used by CP to just jump down. 2 heroes immediately trying to chase him. Up at the top on the other hand, we have Glorious Gaming still getting in position, but Arthas is in trouble. Kerrigan moving in, and bam, there's the first blood. Very well done. CP goes down. Falstead on the other hand is also dying, so we have 2 heroes down, 1 for each team. Glorung still with an opportunity. The Impaling Blades not hitting. Glorung needs to move back here, very low in HP, and it looks like for now Symbiot Gaming is getting the better end of this fight. All of Glorious heroes are just rushing away right now, all of them very low in HP. Rhaegar with a good job at the healing here, but you can see that especially Soma is super low. He can't do anything here right now, and that opens up the mines to Symbiot Gaming, getting skull after skull, and this is where it gets a bit scary. Those golems are important, and of course Glorious Game knows that. They are moving in. We have the Frozen Tempest already in action. Here goes the first hero. We have Rhaegar dropping dead. Symbiot Gaming with 4 heroes only, and Dreadnought taken out as well. It's a 5 versus 3. Suddenly Glorious Gaming with the momentum moving in. A lot of skulls already taken by Glorious, but Arthalon is in trouble trying to move back with the phase shift, but it's too late. He goes down as well. 3 kills, 4 kills versus 1 actually. The bottom of the mines now completely controlled by Glorious Gaming. They're getting skull after skull, and in the end they will likely get the stronger golem here. The middle is controlled, as you can see, by now Symbiote Gaming. They get the Knights and start to push in with those. The Knights actually doing a great job for them, already pushing the bottom lane and threatening the fort here. The Knights that we saw spawning for Glorious Gaming earlier have been taken out by now. But the golem is going to rise soon enough. Down here we still have the boss, so it's still going to take some time depending on who gets the boss here. We could see the stronger golem even for Symbiote Gaming still, and they are moving towards it. They are getting it. Down at the bottom we suddenly have 2 merc camps pushing in the bottom lane, and it looks like Glorious Gaming wants to contest the boss, but they're going to be a bit too late. They're not going to gain anything here. Suddenly they're losing not only the boss here and all of the skulls, but also they might lose the fort. The team fight once again in the mines, jumping in immediately. CP in trouble. Oh, Khaldor and Soman low in HP. Both of them about to die. Arthas is down. Uther dying as well. Khaldor dies too. 3 heroes down. 4 kills to 4 by now overall in the game, and it might be that Vala is also joining the club. Vala in trouble. Here comes the vault, trying to get away, but nope, Mad Timmy is waiting for her, and down she goes. 4 heroes killed in total. The golems are rising, and we're gonna jump into the vision just quick to check out what of a golem. It's 78 against 22. That's the golem strength right now. The fort down here nearly dead already, but Dreadnought is being caught off guard, maybe a little bit too enthusiastically trying to take down the fort. He's still moving towards it and trying to drop it, but it looks like he's gonna die in a second, and there it is. We still have only 10 seconds for him on the death timer. The top golem is pushing in, and this golem is a beast, hitting like a truck here, trying to take down the wall, whereas Symbiote Gaming is moving down to take that fort, going straight for the back door here, and they're gonna get that easy peasy. Level 7 versus level 7 now in the game, but this 4 already supplied level 8. A lot of experience here for Symbiote Gaming, taking the lead in the game as the golem is still going strong. A tiny golem down here at the bottom for Glorious Gaming is not really doing too much, about to die already. He's not going to survive for much longer, and it looks like Symbiote Gaming is actually going to take the opportunity to capture the Siege Giants here, as Glorious Gaming is still dealing with the golem up at the top. And that golem dropped already the first tower, dropped the gate, and is actively trying to take down the second one as well. We have Siege Giants already starting to push in the wall down at the bottom lane. And the attempt maybe to... Oh wow, that's a party bush if I've ever seen one. Here comes the... Oh, that Holding Blast! Holy shit! Catching 4 heroes. Arthas is definitely gonna write his mom about this one. Dear mom, today I hit 4 heroes with a Howling Blast, and she's like, I'm so proud of you. She's gonna tell all her friends, like, this is gonna be the talk of the week in that little village where Arthas originally came from. But the Lich King is, of course, fierce, and you should be afraid of him and not making fun of his mom, because he is going to take revenge. First of all, he's going to take out those Siege Giants, and then we'll see what the rest of the mercenaries can do for Symbiote Gaming. They will hit the 10 pretty early, and actually this is going to get very scary now. Level 8 versus level 9 already in the game, and especially on a small map like Haunted Mines, when you hit that 10 early and can time it with a mercenary camp or even a quick golem, then you can do a lot of damage. We've seen teams snowball like crazy in those scenarios. Suddenly it's another tower that starts to go down. We already have the Siege Giants pushing in down here at the bottom, all the way up to the top. Bit of experience soaked up by Soma and Khaldor, but down here they are sorely needed. They need them. They need to move back, and they need to move back fast. It's a 5 versus 3 right now, and that's a fight that Glorious Gaming doesn't want to take. The Siege Giants moving in already. Here comes the storm. First tower down, second one is being attacked, and finally it's that 5 versus 5 again. The rest of the team is there, but the wall is breached, and the Siege Giants are pushing in. The level 10 is reached. We have the heroic abilities. Can they use them? Here comes the Howling Blast. Dreadnought is looking for an opportunity to jump in. We have Soldier on the horse now. Kerrigan maybe with another stun. Can she get the Primal Grasp and the Impaling Blade? She's trying to go for it, but the Blink by Glorung saves him for now. CP at the front line, trying to take down those 2 Siege Giants. The Storm hitting again. Khaldor still with the moves, but we have those Siege Giants starting to do damage against the keep, and the first keep is already half HP, but in the end, Team Symbiote Gaming decides to just move back for now. Still level 9 for Team Glorious Gaming, and the mines are open, and Symbiote Gaming takes the opportunity to move straight down and take the first few skulls. Soldier is getting the first ones, and what exactly are we gonna see here from Symbiote Gaming? They need the 10, they cannot fight a team fight without the heroic abilities. They need to get the experience, and that's what they're doing right now, and they jump right into the mines immediately. They want to use that team fight, they want to take it right now. Most of the skulls already for the team for Glorious Gaming. Here we have them jumping in, and Glorang, here come Reyna's Raiders, the Void Prism, great here! The first hero down, Kerrigan biting the dust, here comes the Apocalypse and Bloodlust by the Rhaegar. ZP is down, and Cawthon Luck is in trouble. It's a 4 versus 4, but there comes the kill on Reyna, and suddenly Symbiote Gaming is completely snowballing here, trying to catch Vala as well. Syracuse running into the wrong direction, trying to escape towards the right side, no chance of that happening. 3 heroes down for Glorious Gaming, and overall it's 8 kills against 6. This golem, the boss down here, is being attacked, and that's a lot of skulls that are on the line here. Doesn't really look like Glorious Gaming is going to be able to contest that, and they are starting to fall behind quite significantly. Level 11 versus 10, and this is the second golem that we're talking about here. And once you get those skulls, things are definitely gonna go south. I mean, we are looking at a game right now where we will probably, I mean, just looking at the golem skulls, we have 100 against 0. 100 versus 0 skulls. This golem is going to wreck everything in its path. And we have level 12 versus level 11. And so also the additional talent is going to be unlocked in just a few seconds here for Team Symbiote Gaming. They are looking at the Knights right now. They want the Knights, but they know, of course, that Glorious Gaming is going to be somewhere around here as well. Arthalon, using his Oracle ability, sees the positioning of the opponent's team, and now a lot of time is also lost for Glorious Gaming. That Golem is going to push in the top lane in just a few seconds. The Knights are taken by Dreadnought and his team Symbiote Gaming in an amazing position. They have the Knights going for them. They have 100 Skull Golem, and all they have to do right now is push the top lane. The Knights are going to push the bottom here with ease. That keep is already exposed. The 4 is going to drop. There is nothing that Glorious Gaming can do about it, and they have to be very careful that they don't lose the game right now. The advantage for Symbiote Gaming is there. Level 13, they get the talents. They're going for Soma immediately. Soma with the stun. Dreadnought at the front taking so much damage, but Soma about to go down. Soma dies. Vala with the ultimate. The strafe is doing so much here, but CP, the sustain on him was great, but he dies in the end as well. Rhaegar is down, Arthur's down, Vala dies as well, and Uther was the first to drop. Now we have even Seratul eliminated, and this could well be game, ladies and gentlemen. Level 14 versus level 11. Once again, we have Symbiote Gaming pushing in. They're on the lead in the best of 3. They have a 1-0 on Glorious Gaming. If they win it here, then it's all over for Glorious. They will drop down to the losers match if they cannot hold here. The keep is down. The bottom keep about to be pushed, as well as the Knights are starting to make their way in. It's a 5 versus 5 once again, with Matt Timmy now coming back on the Rhaegar. But another mercenary camp is taken, and here now the attempt of KO, Arthalon, Soldier and Dreadnought to take down the second keep, which would basically guarantee them a win. We have the Golem already attacking the core, and down here the keep cannot be held. There's just no way to make that happen. So suddenly, without a single keep left, as Symbiote Gaming hasn't even lost a fort. They haven't lost a single fort just yet. It's an amazing position for them in the game. They just move back for now. They have the 16 versus 12, whereas Glorious Gaming doesn't even have the level 13 talent. Symbiote Gaming already has the oh so important level 16 talent, and that is going to give them such an amazing advantage in the next fight. By now we have 13 taken by Glorious Gaming, but that 16 talent is still lacking, and of course the extra attribute boost through all those 3 levels is also going to play a huge role in the next battle. Arthalon and his team, they're about to move in. It's a great position for them to advance in the winners bracket, where they would meet Team Snowflake, and they are trying to go for that right now. They're pushing the bottom lane. Glorious Gaming, they need the perfect setup here. They need a good pickoff. If they don't get the positioning within the next fight, then it's lights out for them. In the first game, they were so close of winning it, but the good decision, the call by Symbiote Gaming to go for the backdoor, to just push the bottom lane and go straight for the win, gave them an opportunity to get into the lead, and now it's, of course, Symbiot Gaming once again who has the momentum going for them. They're trying to maybe get a first kill here, maybe against ZP, and they're trying to get that. Here comes the stun, Impaling Blades, following it up, Maelstrom already being used, but a nice, great Void Prison that we have. They're only delaying things though, not able to pick off a hero. They were just able to save ZP, and also, of course, some of the ultimates have already been wasted, but on the other hand, now they have the Void Prison down, and here comes the move. Bloodlust being taken, and there's no way to dodge this fight. Vala with a lot of damage, Syracuse jumping out of the range of the heroic abilities here, but it's just another right click on the core. Oh god, KO down, Mad Timmy down. Ooh, Symbiot Gaming, no! They get the kill! They get the kill in the end, and it is the 2-0. Very well played here by Symbiot Gaming once again. They eliminate Team Glorious Gaming with a 2-0. In the end, not even fighting the team, just going with a bloodlust straight for the core, and just barely able to make that happen. 3 heroes die in the process, but they still are the victors in the best of 3 series with a 2-0. Looking at the hero damage here in a 15-14 minute game, we have Syracuse with all those strafes taking the lead here. Falstad with a still respectable 18,000 damage, and then Glorang and Arthur. So when you just look at the damage itself, then definitely a great job done here by Glorious Gaming. Of course, losing the game here, they will probably not be too happy about it. We have siege damage dished out. Vala on Syracuse actually doing a great job this game when it comes to just like raw DPS. If you look at the healing on the other hand, that's a very, very different scenario that we see here. We have Tacita with 11,000 thanks to the healing ward, 21,000 on Rhaegar, Soma on the Uther with another 14,000, but him being the only healer in his team had a pretty tough time of keeping his teammates alive. Arthur's, of course, with his own sustain, at least got a 6,000 heal out of that, so Uther was able to focus on the other 3, but still in the end he could not do enough here. So in the end we have a 2-0 in the best of 3 series for Symbiot Gaming. They advance to meet Team Snowflake, whereas Glorious Gaming is now in the losers bracket. They are going up against ESV Wildfire in their next best of 3 at the Versosphere Invitational. Boys, once again, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and also comment, write what you think about the series here. Who do you think is going to win the next match in the winners bracket? Is it going to be Symbiot Gaming? Is it going to be Team Snowflake? And who will prevail in the losers match between ESV Wildfire and Glorious Gaming? Let me know. I'll definitely make sure that I respond to everything that you write in there, and I hope that you're going to enjoy the next matches as well. This was a great series here. Symbiot Gaming made it happen. We'll see them in the winners bracket, and I hope you're going to tune in for their match against Team Snowflake.